here with us is a well-known personality on the show. And you guess who? It's Miss Chaira Flanders, Head of Media and Communications Unit at the Department of Agriculture. Today she is joined by Mr. Chapman, Agricultural Officer, to share the details on the upcoming Agri Christmas night market. So we love these markets so much. Guys, welcome back.
Thank you for having us.
Anytime.
Again. Yes,
and
it's
again.
Always a pleasure. Again and again. And of course, it is to talk about my favorite, crowd favorite, the Agri Night Market.
Nice.
Christmas themed this time.
Nice. So how many Agri Night Markets have we have thus far for the year?
This is number 3.
Easter, no, 4.
Really?
Yeah, 4.
Oh, we were really popping.
Easter,
I like
Music
that.
Fest.
Oh yes, we
World
had the
Food
Agri
Day.
Easter Night Market, the Agri Fest Night Market, which was music festival themed, and then we had the World Food Week of Activities Night Market. So this would be number 4.
He's correct. He got it, man.
I must be correct.
Okay, Mr. Chapman for the win.
Your job to be correct.
Thank you.
You mentioned Christmas theme. Let us in on this. Well, you don't have to tell us too much, but give us a little tease.
Listen, so I know you know that the Agri Night Market is my favorite event that we host as a ministry, but the Christmas, yes, that is true. It's true so far. But the Christmas Night Market, there is just something that is extremely special. I'm not sure if it's because it's the most festive one. Maybe it's that. It just feels like it has more love and lots of eating. Maybe it's the eating got me out.
Yes, Mr. Chapman. Add, please, add.
Of course, and you know, it's one of the, what you say, the time for sharing and giving. So
Nice.
you know, that love atmosphere is in the air. So you know that it just brings out everyone and just have that, as Miss Flanders would have indicated, that festive atmosphere. And you just see like, and especially now Christmas, you know, when you have your loved ones coming back home,
yes.
and you know, thing. And as Miss Flanders would have just indicated also, the cooking type of thing. So, you know, everybody now cooking a lot of ham and the different things, and they want the various seasonings and the different yams and the sweet potato to make the various pies and puddings and pumpkin and
Lots of baking,
you know,
baking.
there's a lot of
This is fruitcake season.
Yes.
Oh yeah. And it's funny because I was just talking to someone about that this morning. Last year, that was one of the featured products that we had, the fruit cake.
Okay.
And this year, we're going to have lots of sorrel products. So sorrel is actually the featured product for this particular event.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we're asking all the agro processors, everyone who's that creative, you know, you just come on out and feature whatever product in sorrel. It could be wine, jams, cake. You could go on and on the various different products, and just so that the country and the federation on a whole could just sample and see what SKN can produce.
Yes, because there are lots of people who've told me they've only had sorrel as the juice, and I had sorrel as ketchup, and I was mind blown.
Sorry, ketchup?
Yes.
I never heard of that
I
till
know,
today.
right? We actually have agro processors on island who make sorrel ketchup, and I had no idea.
How did it taste, yo?
It was really good. It was really good, and I said, you know what? I think I prefer local ketchup. Why do I need to get ketchup from overseas if we could use our own locally grown products to make these things? Yeah, I had a sorrel themed hot dog. You know, I don't want to brag, but it was actually
Bragging on me, next foodie.
a pretty good combination. But yeah,
Nice.
we sorrel cake, the fruit cake that we usually have. We have a sorrel fruit cake mixture. It is moist and nice.
So will there be a fruitcake stand?
We're going to have fruitcakes, but the vendors are the ones who are going to be providing the fruitcakes.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's basically going to take the same format like last year, except we expect to have more sorrel products available this time around.
So what is the thrust for this event? What drives you to organize this event, and what do you hope to accomplish by having it?
Well, of course, continuing the economic drive of promoting local, our local vendors, farmers, agro processors, we are now even partnering with the small business an entrepreneurship ministry, sister ministry. And now even last night we did just partner with them, and they would have hosted a small business
Night Expo.
at the public market. So you'd have seen that, and we actually even we'd have gotten at least another about 20 of them would have registered last night to be part of our Agri Christmas night market. And maybe opposed to Chaira, maybe Easter is my favorite night market. But yeah, and I was so pleased last night because when I looked at that and see how so much small business and when I sat back and I said, almost everything that they are using, almost all of the businesses, you see some form of agricultural related entity that they are falls from. And everybody, I always say that, hey, agriculture is always the backbone of every single industry that you could think about, even clothing, soap making, whatever, you just name it. Agricultural product is always the backbone of
because the raw materials and needed.
But that's exactly what I was going to ask. If you're looking for these raw materials, you're basically saying that you can source these raw materials here.
Yeah.
And keep it local, and you can help to
and expand and expand our, and what you would say, reduce all of our external debts and some of these things.
Reducing the food import bill, because of course we're also trying to maintain focus on meeting not only our sustainable goals, but the CARICOM 25% by 2025 agenda. So, so if we have more persons who are producing the local food and we have those markets for our farmers and our fishers, this is definitely going to be a plus for us economically.
And of course, and the value added aspect, because of course, even though our farmers produce, we may not be able to consume all of the products that they have. And this also now reduces the food wastage that is around. So we add value to them, of course, and then put them into products that we can use. Of course, as Ms. Flanders would have indicated with the salt, pickles and different stuff that you can make, and these sweet relishes from
Yes. You could make the relish too. I'm telling you.
So
sorrel is underrated.
Well, most of the products that we have here on Island now, I think we don't really capitalize on the industries that we are seeing. We still are a developing nation, things. So, what is one of our trusts of our ministry is to really go into value added and make sure that our country benefits from the full potential that it can benefit from. So you will see more of that in our new trust into 2023 and beyond, as Ms. Flanders would have rightfully indicated. It's part of our 20 by 25 agenda that the minister is really, really passionate about in trying to reduce the food import bill at least by 25% by 2025. So he has all the technicians on P's and Q's right now, making sure that we have our strategy and plan together to ensure that this goal is achieved.
Technical staff has work to do, but it should be a collaborative effort. So of course our most important stakeholders are our food producers, and so we want to partner with them and continue having these conversations so that we could move together as a group.
Nice.
That's very important, because you guys are actually on the front line, and it takes a lot of vision to bring these things to fruition. So the execution also.
Yes, because it sounds easy, it sounds good, but it's definitely going to be a task.
Yes.
Because right now we import so much of what we eat. It's awful.
Yeah, we see that. Because we see when there is none, how empty those areas are, right?
Exactly. Most recently, we saw a viral photo
2250
with eggs. Yes.
Oh, that was the eggs.
Yes.
I thought that was the lettuce.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, well, I was just gonna allude to that because the amount of persons have reached by my gate say, Mr. Chapman, what is going on? A cauliflower is 28.50, a lettuce is 22.50.
It's serious.
And they just started calling the different prices, and I said, well, sorry to say, it may get a little worse if we don't really buckle down and have that seriousness, and even some of the products that we take off for what our farmers seriously and take agriculture seriously, we may be
in serious trouble.
Serious trouble.
Yes.
Inflation.
And so events like this one,
yeah.
events like this one in particular, they give our food producers, our farmers, our fishers, our agro-processors, and even like you said, the small business owners, the opportunity to showcase what they have. And at the same time, it also helps to introduce them to the new products that maybe they did not even know existed themselves as providers.
Yes.
So this is definitely a time for persons to register.
Of course,
Yes.
registration is ongoing currently. It comes to an end next Friday, the 16th.
So that's the deadline.
That's the deadline. Of course, as I said earlier, we just had a little thrust because, of course, we're trying to make sure that we could accommodate everyone and we don't want anyone to be left out. So the registration is ongoing. It can be, forms can be collected at the Bastille Public Market, at the Department of Agriculture, at the Ministry of Agriculture, and at the Department of Marine Resources. So you could collect your forms there. It's not too late to register. You still have just a little over a week left to register, of course, but don't wait till the last minute because, as I said, the spots are going like, as our four parents would say, hot bread and butter.
Yes.
They are going fast. My last count last night before I left the market, I think we are up to 64 vendors currently registered. Wow. Of course, we still have another space. We have a target, maybe trying to meet a target of possibly 100 vendors.
Nice.
Showcasing throughout the various industries, small businesses, agro-processors, food.
The food producers in general, cooked food vendors.
Yeah, all different forms of producers. So we have a target. So you still have another space for another 30-something persons possible to come and register.
Nice.
So, of course, I think we would meet our targets.
And the registration is free.
Free.
Yes, the registration is free.
$3.99. Sign
Yeah,
up
I'm
now.
telling you.
Is that
You can't beat
target
that.
the maximum capacity, or are you willing to extend it if you get more people?
I believe that more than likely, eventually,
We would have to be creative. Of course, there was some talk previously of maybe even extended it to just on the outside. Of course, having to seek the permission of the traffic department so that we don't disrupt the flow of traffic and make sure person's safety is in order. So, of course, and as we said, it's within the carnival season, so it's another, hey, maybe, and we are actually partnering with the carnival committee. So this time around, so it's slated on the carnival calendar as a major activity in carnival. So maybe, hey, even if we have to extend it along the whole of the Bay Road, and we have to, because at that time, that is almost when most of our guests from foreigners, well, I wouldn't say guests, but
our visitors and of course our nationals.
Returning nationals back home, and we could extend the product and show them the product that is being offered here on island, and see the tremendous effort that our people are doing to move our country in the right direction. That we will accommodate.
Another important thing to add as well is this year we are collaborating with the abattoir division in Nevis. And so they're going to be providing smoked beef, smoked ham, smoked chicken, rotisserie chicken as well.
Different products.
Yes.
So we are actually adding more features to the market, and of course, keeping it federal and having those, our sister ministry from across Nevis comes down and showcase what their products that they have on sale.
Yes, and this is something that they usually do this at the end of the year. I think I saw recently the deadline for those persons who would like to place their orders early. The deadline is the 9th of December, and that's this week actually.
Yes, actually,
the 9th of December to place your orders, but they go really fast, especially the beef ribs, and I only know because a friend told me. I know for certain that the beef ribs
She's not a friend. I told her, she's not making sure she's not
really
a
fast.
She's not a friend.
I
was asking for a
think the smoke
friend.
ham go fast.
The smoke ham go fast? Okay.
That's my
Well, it's
favorite.
Christmas time, so
That's my favorite.
yeah.
So you know that for sure because you ensure that you place your order, right?
Yes, of course. My
You
orders.
see?
I think I have been
Chaira,
calling.
he is his own friend.
I think I have enough colleagues in Nevis.
Okay.
It's
that
the
looks out
colleagues
that looks out
they
for
need
me.
it.
So you got the connections.
I have, of course.
Exactly.
We have to have connections, you know.
Yeah,
That
we
is
have to-
another, that again is something that we're doing that is different for this particular Christmas night market. Yes, because we did not have that last year, and so this
Actually,
year,
this is our second anniversary, Chaira.
yes, it is. And so, yes, it is. It is our second anniversary, even though this might be what, our
Congratulations.
9th one?
Ninth.
Probably. It's possible. You see so many of, oh my goodness.
And
Yeah,
there's,
it's
Had
keeping
so
you busy.
many. I
yeah,
know.
and there's even not possible in 2023 every month.
Ooh,
Ian, don't tell them.
He already did.
He
can't
did,
pull it
so
back.
they'll be
Thank you.
No
I'm
editors.
just joking. But we've been getting requests. Persons have
we-
actually been asking if this is something that can be done monthly. We actually had a farmer who recently, he did an interview with us, and he was asking if this couldn't be, intertwined with this Saturday market so that it's something that's not just done in the night, but also in the daytime, and it goes right through.
And if I'm to add, and
From 6 to 10.
even on Christmas Eve, I'm already getting requests from some of the vendors at the public market if we could extend the time to maybe 10, 11 o'clock in the evenings, because, that is the next day is Christmas Day, and people will be shopping, their last minute shopping.
Yeah.
So that's also is another possibility. So maybe on unofficial Northern night market 2 days after.
Yeah.
At the Bastille Public Market.
Maybe.
It's a very, 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 very good event. I absolutely love it. I enjoy myself every single time. I have to tell you, trust and believe me, of all the events that we have been to, this one just feels
Energetic.
really energetic to me. Yeah, it really does feel, it is just a different vibe. You feel relaxed, and there is something special about Christmas music. I don't know about you, but Christmas music makes me want to buy.
Oh, wow.
Every time I step into the store, Christmas music makes me want to shop. And so sometimes when I hear the music, like if it changes and the radio plays, I said, let me gather my things
And leave.
and get out of here. It's a trap.
I like that.
It's a trap. Yes, because it is true. And I believe there is a study that actually shows that people buy more
Music is
when they listen to that sort of music, and I'm
So
going
you're
to
gonna
look
have that
for
on the
it.
night market just to make
but-
sure that people buy more.
Don't tell them.
Don't tell you.
But you just did.
Between the letters.
We're working on music. I didn't say we're working on only Christmas music, but we're working on music. So they would have to come to the Agri Christmas night market to find out if we have
I see.
Christmas
I see what you're
music.
trying to do.
Yeah.
I see what you're trying to do. Okay.
So before
Ambush marketing.
So remind our viewers once again, when is the market, what time,
Yes.
and invite them to come up before we
So
go.
the second edition of the Agri Christmas Night Market is being held on Thursday, December 22nd. Thursday, December 22nd, 2022. And it's going to be held at the Bastille Public Market. It begins at 5 p.m. and it ends at 10 p.m. The last one that we had, though, we had people sticking around
Till
until almost midnight.
Wow.
Yeah, they didn't want to leave. They really didn't. I mean, I don't blame them because, fish was grilling still, lobsters were on the grill.
Yes.
I know because I bought the last 2 lobsters. No shame in my game. I did. I bought the last 2 lobsters. I don't know where you were. I was busy eating.
All right, we're not going to let you find our camera. We're not going to let you find our camera.